Hi, Jessica. Thank you so much for taking the time to interview with us today. I was wondering if you would tell us a little bit about your role as the Director of Corporate Social Responsibility at Hyatt.
Of course. I've been with Hyatt for 8 years, and I currently oversee Hyatt CSR globally, making sure communities where we have a Hyatt property are strengthened and made into these thriving destinations. I oversee disaster relief and response, anti-human trafficking, global charitable giving, supporting Hyatt's focus areas, and I actually designed and created the Rise High program.
That's amazing. How would you describe Hyatt's culture?
I would definitely say that I'm a little bit biased, but I think that Hyatt has one of the best cultures I've ever worked in. We are extremely warm, very authentic, and very value driven. Overall, care is the North Star we use in every decision. And this is reflected in the fact that when you walk into any one of our hotels or offices, it feels like a team. I think it really speaks to our people that they feel like they're in a family, and the fact that they're welcome to be their true, authentic selves and that they're cared for and appreciated is, in my opinion, priceless in a place of employment. This culture of care doesn't just end with our employees, but it's also reflected in how we hire. We're actually the first and only major hospitality brand with a VR experience, which I actually designed. This is a way to showcase our culture for people who may not be able to actually experience a hotel before applying for a job.
That's great. It definitely sounds like a great environment to work in. Secondly, what inspired you to design and create the Rise High program? How did you incorporate Hyatt's values into the creation of the program?
That's a great question. Our CEO actually came up to me in 2018 and said, I would like for you to come up with Hyatt's signature program to solve a business problem while also making a difference. This is a big task, but I started going on a listening tour, talking to hotels and seeing what challenges their communities were facing, where they're volunteering and giving money away. And the evolving theme that we found was education and career readiness. We exist in an industry with jobs that are always available and don't require much education to enter, and we realized that there are 40 million opportunity youth globally who are just this untapped talent pool of youth that could add value in the industry that we had jobs for. We wanted to figure out how many we could ambitiously but realistically hire, which brought us to our goal of 10,000. We want 10,000 opportunity youths who we hire and have stay and grow with us. We decided if we hire 10,000, but most of them don't even make it a year, that we would have failed. This is where Rise High came from. We want to support these youths to rise to their highest potential.
That makes a lot of sense, and we definitely appreciate hearing the deep commitment that you have towards the goal. How do you help employees who are hired through the program onboard and assimilate into the Hyatt's culture?
Definitely. We want to make sure that we're actually supporting these hirees so that they have the opportunity to be on track for a long-term career at Hyatt, and they don't just feel like they were hired as part of a numerical goal. We focus a lot on the first 90 days of the career. Our HR teams and managers are very handholding during this time frame, as we found that once you meet 90 days, the probability of them staying is much higher. We also recognize that these youth may need a little bit of extra care and support, so we try to provide a full wraparound support to set them up for success. We teach them English, as this is especially important for customer facing skills, as well as about financial literacy and how to find transportation to get to their job on time. We actually had a hiree leave us, unfortunately, after he got his first paycheck because he thought the taxes that were getting taken out was money being stolen from him. This high flight risk is why actually supporting our hirees is so important.
How do you decide which community organizations to partner with, and what do these relationships look like?
So this process is largely dependent on word of mouth and networking to find nonprofits in countries with a higher presence and to find congruent mission nonprofits that are also working with opportunity youth. We use a grassroots approach and also go in from a higher level with nonprofits that are connected to each other. And sometimes these nonprofits come to Hyatt directly and approach us because they want to get involved with Rise High. It ultimately comes down to the importance of not coming in from this vacuum mindset and thinking that we know everything about the communities and the youth.
Definitely. To wrap things up, what are your future goals for this program, and how would you like to see it grow?
I would love to see Rise High be so successful that we end up renewing our goal and eventually have a Hyatt hotel that is completely operated and run by these opportunity youth. I would also love to have opportunity youth grow to become leaders, and we're already seeing one or two who have made it to middle management. I actually have a sous chef who's in Jordan, who started out as an opportunity youth herself, who's actually now training other opportunity youth. I will say that COVID definitely set us back in terms of hiring and promotions because we did have to unfortunately let a couple people go. But I'm still excited to celebrate the wins that we have had with our Rise High program in our 5 years of running so far. We've also introduced several other diversity hiring programs that I'm proud of, such as a refugee hiring goal and our Change Starts Here initiative.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. We definitely look forward to seeing the future of the program. That wraps up the interview, and thank you for your time today. We hope you have a good one.
Of course, thank you. Bye.